River. So we thought. Worth it? Today was the day that I learnt a new word. What do you think, John?
Pretty sad.
Very sad. It's raining on our holiday.
Stephen Peacock, if you watch this,
Yes.
Sky would like to meet you.
Just arrived at another Big Aussie thing. And even
850 horsepower.
how much?
850.
Wow. Day 2. So we have a bit of a rattle. We are just coming up to the New South Wales South Australian border, so we are going to cross over. It was one of the largest rainstorms in a century last week, so they look a bit worse for wear, but we'll have a look. And we're a second in and we're already off the beaten track, John. Welcome everyone, we are on the road for another trip. If you've caught up on our Facebook page, we've put up some information. We are heading to the Darling River. So we thought. So we had a plan to go anti-clockwise, so go along the Darling River from Adelaide all the way up, and then Menindee Lakes, and then Burke, and then get up to Lightning Ridge, and then go across the border to Queensland, and then come back around through Charlotte Plains to Cameron Corner, and then head south back to Broken Hill, and then back home.
Via White Cliffs.
Yeah, via White Cliffs and a few national parks. Keeping an eye on the weather, and it was one of the largest rainstorms in a century last week, so all the roads just shut up, and which is fair enough. So they've started to open, but still around Menindee Lakes and what's the other area? Menindee Lakes and
Tippy, what's it name?
Tilpa, and around there it's still kind of all blocked off.
Semi-closed.
And some of the national parks. So we've decided
White Cliffs is closed.
White Cliffs, that's the other one.
That's closed.
That's closed. We're hoping, had a look at the forecast in a week's time. Well, over the next week, there's hardly any showers or no rain at all, so fingers crossed it'll be okay. So we've decided to go clockwise now. So we're going to Broken Hill, Silverton to Cameron Corner, then go to Queensland and back around. So we're kind of doing the same thing but in reverse order, in the hopes that everything will open up by the time we get to the Darling River and around that area.
In a week and a half.
In a week and a half, yep. So Broken Hill it is, and we've left. It's 10:40, so we're just it's gonna take a while. Yes, so looking forward to it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so John's put in a little shelving in the back of the canopy, and that's now our mini pen. bit worse for wear, don't they? All right, we're just out of Yunta, and so these are the Big Aussie things, the Aussie big dice. So they look a bit worse for wear, but we'll have a look. It's a quick little turn off on the main road behind there, and we actually missed it because there's no signage, so you've got to kind of watch out for it. What do you think about the big dice? Worth it?
No.
But only because they're a Big Aussie icon.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Or are you just saying that?
Checking Cole's okay.
It's got an annoying rattle somewhere. I think it's just that.
So we have a bit of a rattle.
I think it's that.
Just driving us bonkers.
I don't always drive with the high lift jack,
No.
but considering it's wet and muddy, I thought I'd chuck it on, but I reckon it's that.
Yeah. Rattle, rattle, rattle. All right, let's keep going. What's this place called, John?
Coburn.
Well, it's spelled
Cockburn.
Cockburn.
Oh, there's the border there.
Oh,
Just there's the border.
shoot. Oh,
New South Wales, South Australia.
yeah, and then up there.
Oh,
Welcome to
yeah.
New South Wales. We are just coming up to the New South Wales South Australian border, so we are going to cross over.
Cockburn.
I still say this is Cockburn. There we go. Whee! We are now in South Australia.
No, we're not.
Sorry. We are left South Australia.
Good on you.
And we're in New South Wales. Yay. Look at those clouds. The rain has stopped.
No, that's where we're going this morning. That's not what's coming.
I
You're
know.
going to turn around here.
That's what's coming for us. Just arrived at the Broken Hill Sculptures, so we're here at about 4:45, and it's pretty busy at the moment. So it's about a 2 kilometre, just reading the 2.2 walk trail. So lots of different sculptures, international artists have created these, so we're just going to have a bit of a walk around and suss them out. And we're a second in and we're already off the beaten track, John. I'm going to take in this view of Broken Hill. We realised already how spread out Broken Hill is. And then behind us, all the sculptures.
Wizard.
Having a rest,
Oh, soaking it in.
soaking it in. It's an amazing view.
Awesome.
Today was the day that I learnt a new word, and it's behind me there. Sculpture Symposium walking track. Symposium, I didn't know. John, explain what a symposium is, because how did I pronounce it? Symposium or symposium.
Like a disease or a plant. Not quite sure.
So you said a symposium is a gathering of people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So there was a gathering of artists.
Or a symposium
Of
artists.
who created all these sandstone sculptures back in, what year was it, 92 or 94? I'm just flicking out the 93, and they brought in 53 tons of sandstone to create those sculptures. So there you go.
Pretty cool.
So a symposium of artists. So pretty cool and wicked scenery.
Very nice.
Yeah. So now we're going along another walking trail which goes for about a K, just to have a look at the scenery and what it's about. So out there, you see the water in the distance, the reservoir. There you go. Okay, John, come and sit on this chair.
I don't think so.
It's being held up by rocks.
Oh, Janice would love that. Incident.
Incident report. Day 2, we are up. We ended up actually staying at a caravan park. John's back's playing up, isn't it? So we decided for the first 2 nights to stay in a cheap cabin in the hopes that the back will get better.
Just saves me packing up, setting up a couple times a day as we come and go, that's all.
Yeah, so now we're at the Royal Flying Doctor's Service. You can have an experience out here and have a tour, which goes for about an hour. So we're here at 10 o'clock it opens, and the first tour starts at 10:30. So we're super excited to check it out. Great service they provide. So,
and the filming, the TV show.
Yes, and the Channel 9 TV show, the new one, not the one in the 80s. Which was good too. Loved that one.
Stephen Peacock, if you watch this,
yes,
Sky would like to meet you.
Yeah. So if I see him today, that'd be great. Yeah, I think so.
Shane.
No, Stephen.
Stephen?
All right, let's get started. Let's go to the Royal Flying Doctor's tour.
Righto.
The more that you can learn what the community needs.
In northern New South Wales, calling VJC Royal Flying Doctor Service, Broken Hill. I need urgent help. Over.
Just finished the tour, and we get to have a look around in the hangar.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. The aircraft there. And we're just looking here. I'll get a pan. The newest, what's it called? What's the newest one called?
Beechcraft.
The Beechcraft, their newest engine here, and how small it is.
King Air Beach.
King Air Beach. So I'll pan in, have a look at that. But yeah, super cool. And even
850 horsepower.
how much?
850.
Wow. So very cool. Highly recommend the tour. That's the engine of the new plane. And that's the new plane there. Very cool. So just behind me there, the lady was saying the crew who film here for the RFDS series on Channel 9, they painted all that and everything in there, because they're filming at this point in time. They film for about 5 or 6 months of the year, and everything in here is their set. But it's all Royal Flying Doctors. People have to tick all the boxes and make sure it's legit. And they need to get permission from them. So everything down to the kettles, everything you see in there is literally from the TV crew. And yes, that's pretty cool. They're still in town at the moment. Love the show, really good show. And all the stories are based on actual real events in the area. So pretty cool. It's very...
We're excused.
Just finished the Royal Flying Doctors tour and very worthwhile. And we bought some souvenirs because they need every bit of money that they can get. What did we learn? That the money, the government fund
Operational expenses, so wages and all that sort of stuff, but it actually doesn't buy or fund any of the aircraft, which is really weird.
Crazy.
And the Beechcraft to run it's about $18 million an aircraft. It's just nuts. And it's free.
And it's free, so anyone, if you're stuck in the desert and need medical help, you don't need any insurance or health cover. It's free. So they do.
Doesn't charge.
Amazing service. So went for about an hour, and totally worth it, I think. Just if anything, just to support them.
Didn't see Stephen Peacock.
Didn't see Stephen Peacock, but they did say they were filming from February till July. So
and he is still in town.
And he is still in town, and I showed a bit of where they've repainted in the what do you call it? Hangar. Thank you. Repainted in the hangar, and they did about 2 years research before production started. So now they're filming season 2, and it was the highest rating
in Australia.
In Australia, season 1 was.
And it's sold to 12 countries.
Yeah, and they get a lot. They said they get a lot of funding and support through the UK. Actually,
for the original season back in the 1980s.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So a lot to see, a lot to learn. I didn't even think about the $20 note and the fact that
a lot of history on it actually.
Yeah, it's the Royal Flying Doctors Service history on the old $20 note and the new one that was released 2019. So it makes us think about that a little bit more. Not that we have $20 notes, we have money. We're a bit of a cashless society, but anyway. Now we are heading to the Zinc Lakes, so check them out. We are turning left at this roundabout onto Patton Street, so we'll suss this out. The Zinc Lakes, which are man-made duckies, so on a nice day, nice little spot for a picnic. Playground, big grassed area, which is quite rare in Broken Hill, so I guess that's why it's...
But you can't swim in it.
No.
So it goes up to there.
Yeah, very pretty.
Nice.
Pretty. Just arrived at another Big Aussie thing, a big park bench. So I think back in the day you used to be able to sit on it, but yeah, it's all roped off or chained off now. Now we are just about to embark on the memorial of the miners, which apparently is a really lovely place to remember those who have fallen in the miners while mining. Right, I will get this right. So the line of Lode Miners Memorial. Lots of words. So here it is. We're a bit closer now. Behind us, so we're going to check it out. It's a bit fresh this morning, on Sunday morning. Already a lot of people here as well. read some of these. Rockfall. Suffocated. Fell down a chute.
So many fallen down shafts.
I know. One person got crushed by a wagon. Electrocuted.
Suffocated.
Oh, these poor people. Crushed between trolleys. What do you think, John?
Pretty sad.
Very sad. Heart failure.
So many fallen down shafts and chutes.
Yeah. And even the last one here is in 2019. Andrew Stanley crushed by machinery in 2019. Right. Incredible. A skimp, and I said to John, what's a skimp? And a skimp, I go back to this, it's basically a big pile of sand, so people had suffocated in that.